I'm going to talk about metabolism, one metabolic pathway which is gluconeogenesis. So, split the word. Gluco means glucose. Neo means new, and genesis means making or production. So it's gluconeogenesis. Split the word, that's how we understand that making of glucose, new production. So let us understand that when we eat a food which contains a lot of carbohydrates, so through the metabolic biochemical reactions with the help of enzymes, they are broken down to glucose. So during the process of digestion, carbohydrates are broken down to glucose with the help of enzymes. Now, what if you decrease this carbohydrates, you decrease the percentage of carbohydrates? Then the amount of glucose also will decrease. But what if you decrease the amount of carbohydrates even more further? You make it very less. Then again the quantity of glucose will definitely decrease. Now insulin hormone, it helps in the regulation of the blood glucose. So it maintains the normal blood glucose level. But what about that extra amount of glucose? So that extra amount of glucose, it gets into the liver in the form of glycogen. So glycogen is nothing but the stored form of glucose. It's glucose one over the other. So you're getting your energy through glycogen. Now insulin maintains the blood glucose level. But what during gap between meals or during time of fasting, the level of glucose decreases in the blood. So then the body has to maintain that level of glucose in the blood. So it goes to the liver and it breaks this glycogen to get that energy and to maintain that normal blood glucose level. Now the amount of glycogen stored in the liver is around 100 to 120 grams. So this is quite sufficient, good enough for quite some long period. But what if that fasting is for a very long period? Then this amount of glycogen, it gets depleted from the liver. But body has to maintain that amount of glucose in the blood. Now what? You have decreased the amount of carbohydrates, therefore there's also decrease in glucose, and insulin maintains that blood glucose level. So it also gets the glucose from the glycogen, the store in the liver. But what if this amount is also depleted? Then what? The body requires glucose. Now the question arises, how will it get this glucose? Now there are some parts in the body that rely on glucose, like some parts of the brain and your RBCs, red blood cells. It relies on glucose as a source of fuel because it cannot use an alternate source of fuel. So certain parts of the brain and also red blood cells. Now the body requires glucose. Now from where will it get it? This question arises. So the body can get glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, that is your other two macronutrients proteins and fats. So the process of getting glucose from non-carbohydrate sources is known as gluconeogenesis. So the body, it synthesizes, it makes glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. So it makes glucose from fats, and it makes glucose from proteins. The body requires glucose, no doubt, it is very important. But then it can also make it. Because it requires it, it makes it. So it synthesizes it, and also through pyruvate, lactate. Now this topic I'll be explaining in my upcoming videos much in detail through the biochemical reactions, the metabolic pathways, and also the body uses proteins to get that glucose. So through certain amino acids, the body can get that glucose. Now when proteins are broken down to its smaller units, it is amino acids, and fats is triglyceride. So it's triglyceride. So this triglyceride, it consists of 3 fatty acids. And glycerol. So this glycerol, it holds the fatty acids together, and this forms a molecule of triglyceride. So the body can get glucose through this glycerol, through the fat. So fat is nothing but tri means 3 fatty acids and 1 glycerol. So it can get the glucose from this glycerol through the process of gluconeogenesis. It can also get glucose through proteins. Now this is an important factor, that the body can get glucose through proteins. So sometimes people do go on certain diets, like where they are deficient of energy, and that's where the body breaks down protein for its source of fuel. So the body can break down proteins, that is your muscles, for getting that energy through gluconeogenesis. So it's important what you follow and what you eat, because your body can break down your muscles for that deficit of energy. And also it can make glucose through lactate and pyruvate, which is a big process which I'll be explaining in my upcoming videos. So let's understand that glucose can also be synthesized through non-carbohydrate sources. This is the process of gluconeogenesis. The body requires glucose, no doubt, and that's why it can synthesize it, it can make it. So this all will be explained in detail through the metabolic pathways.